Chosen one, anchor your spirit to what I am about to reveal. That sudden urge to scroll past this message is not yours, so you must absolutely resist it. The universe is desperately trying to warn you about someone with the initial M. They thought they successfully broke your spirit in secret, but heaven has recorded every single shadow they cast in the dark. The enemy is working overtime for one reason, and one reason only. He knows what shifts the moment you receive these words. You did not find this message by accident today, because the algorithm did not bring you here. God did. This is a divine appointment scheduled before the foundations of the earth. I know exactly what the last 72 hours have felt like for your tired soul. You wake at 3 in the morning with a weight on your chest you cannot explain. You walk through your own home feeling like a complete stranger. Conversations seem to stop the exact moment you enter the room, and you wake up tired even after a full night of sleep. Your shoulders feel incredibly heavy. You are not imagining it, and you are definitely not going crazy today. What you are feeling is real. This is not some normal medical issue or random stress. You are experiencing a targeted spiritual extraction right now. You are a high-frequency soul. Your aura naturally radiates pure light. And when you carry a frequency that strong, it always attracts entities operating in the dark, because they cannot survive without a host. The person with the initial M saw your light. They knew they could never generate that profound peace on their own. So they decided to quietly siphon your golden energy instead. They did not come to you as an obvious enemy, but they came disguised as a friend or someone who desperately needed your help. You gave them your purest empathy, and they handed you their deepest unhealed trauma in return. You poured your energy into a bottomless pit. Every time you tried to set a boundary, they made you feel intensely guilty. You are so tired because you have been carrying the weight of a spiritual vampire. It is completely okay to feel exhausted right now. None of this is your fault. You did absolutely nothing wrong. You were simply being the genuine empath that heaven created you to be, while they took massive advantage of your kindness. Your physical body is reacting to the toxic cords they attached to your spirit. This interference is draining your vital life force. Feeling a sudden drop in your energy during the middle of the day is a clear sign. A heavy fog rolls over your mind completely out of nowhere, because the spiritual realm always dictates the physical realm. Your spirit guides are physically alerting you to danger. You have probably felt a strange sense of deep isolation recently. People you thought you could trust suddenly distanced themselves from you. You felt entirely alone and wondered why your life was suddenly so difficult. But heaven was not punishing you. The universe was actually hiding you to protect your energy from their toxic frequency, and God cleared the room so the enemy could not reach your soul. The person with the initial M hates the pure light inside of you. Your mere presence forces them to look at their own darkness. Instead of doing the hard work to heal themselves, they decided to break you. They wanted to drag you down into their miserable timeline. They smiled in your face while secretly planting seeds of doubt behind your back, and they actively tried to block your blessings. But there is a massive spiritual blind spot they completely failed to account for. They forgot exactly who you belong to. They did not realize that attacking a chosen one is a direct declaration of war against the universe itself. God has been watching every single move they made in the shadows. The protection they thought they had is currently being stripped away from them completely, leaving them exposed. Heaven is preparing to turn their hidden trap into their own permanent prison. Take a deep breath and let the heavy energy leave your body. You do not have to fight this unseen battle anymore. The universe has already stepped into the room and taken over the battlefield for you, so the days of feeling drained and confused by their manipulation are officially coming to an end. The karma that is about to hit the person with the initial M is going to be swift. I will explain exactly how their world is about to collapse in just a moment. Your only job right now is to stay anchored in your light and prepare for the massive shift. But before we go any further, I want to hold something very important in front of you because it changes everything you know about this situation. There is something that was discovered recently, not inside a church or a spiritual community. It was discovered inside a clinical research laboratory. It won the highest scientific recognition available in the world, and most chosen ones have never been told about it. Because it explains something I know you have felt deeply in your spirit. It explains the gap between your true potential and this exhaustion. It explains why the version of you that seems so powerful is only available in brief flashes. I will show you exactly what the researchers found. But not yet. First, I need you to fully understand what was actually taken from you by the enemy. So I want you to hold this specific question in your mind. What if the gap is not a character flaw? What if it has a scientific name? Let me completely reframe your reality right now. You thought your isolation was a harsh punishment. You believed you were being rejected by the world, but that isolation was actually divine protection. God did not remove the crowd to abandon you today, but He removed it so He could finally speak to you without any toxic interference. Your isolation is not evidence of your disqualification. It is evidence of your selection. The person with the initial M wanted you completely isolated for their own malicious reasons. They desperately wanted to cut you off from any genuine support system, but the universe intercepted their dark agenda before it could finish you. God took the isolation they meant for your destruction, and He turned it into your sacred quarantine while you healed. The spiritual surgery you needed could not happen in a crowded room. You had to be separated. The extreme isolation you felt recently was absolutely necessary. Heaven had to isolate you so the spiritual healing could take place without their toxic interference constantly ruining your progress. You are currently being spiritually upgraded. Every tear you shed in private has watered the seeds of your upcoming harvest. The pain was unbearable, but it was completely required to awaken your true gifts. And this brings us to something most people miss. Here is what they never told you. The reason the universe responds to certain people and completely ignores others is not about your willpower or your daily discipline. It is actually about a specific brainwave. Scientists have a formal name for it. They call it gamma, and it is the exact frequency your brain was running when you were just a child. Back then, your ideas came incredibly easily. Learning new things felt entirely effortless for you. You somehow knew things before they even happened. The world felt like it was completely on your side because that was your gamma frequency operating at its highest natural potential. But then, adulthood arrived, and the modern world went to work on your brilliant mind to shut it down. The daily stress and the relentless survival routine began to crush you, while the school system trained you to conform instead of allowing you to create freely. Every single year, this sacred frequency was suppressed a little further. It was pushed deeper and deeper below the surface of your consciousness. The person with the initial M accelerated this suppression. They fed on your fading light. When your gamma fades, your natural genius fades right along with it. Your deep intuition becomes terribly dull. Those beautiful synchronicities completely stop happening. The profound sense that the universe is working with you goes completely silent. And without that protective frequency, you become incredibly vulnerable to energy vampires who can latch onto your aura because your natural spiritual defenses are completely lowered. Most people will live their entire lives without knowing this suppression happened to them. But you are definitely not most people. And the question I asked you to hold a few minutes ago has a profound answer. I asked, what if the gap between your highest potential and your constant daily exhaustion is not actually a flaw in your character? I asked, what if it has a scientific name? The name is the suppressed gamma frequency. The person with the initial M knew exactly how to exploit this specific vulnerability. They subconsciously realized that your highest frequency was buried under layers of deep trauma, So they constantly triggered your anxiety to keep your brain out of the gamma state. They needed you to stay in survival mode, because a chosen one in survival mode is incredibly easy to manipulate. They kept you constantly second-guessing your own intuition. Every time you started to regain your clarity, they created a brand new crisis. This constant push and pull created a trauma bond in your energy field. It was a calculated spiritual extraction designed to keep your gamma state permanently offline while they drained your remaining energy reserves. You thought it was a major flaw in your character, but your incredible kindness is not a weakness. Your deep capacity to love is actually a highly advanced spiritual weapon. You kept forgiving them because your soul naturally seeks to heal broken things, but heaven had to step in and stop you from trying to heal a demon. God forced this painful separation to happen because your unique destiny requires a clean, energetic field before you can receive your blessings. You were about to step into a massive portal of abundance, and they were the heavy anchor. They threatened to completely sink your ship before you could reach your destination, but your season of being the stepping stone for broken people is officially over today. Heaven has permanently revoked their access to your precious light. You are no longer the naive empath they thought they could easily manipulate. You are stepping into an era of untouchable power. But the enemy will try to distract you from this truth. But here is where the narrative goes far deeper than most are willing to perceive, because this spiritual attack is part of an ancient pattern. Empty people have always tried to destroy high-frequency souls, and the universe wants you to see the absolute truth today. The person with the initial M is playing a very old game. Look at the story of Moses in the ancient texts. Moses carried a massive frequency of liberation, while the Pharaoh possessed all the earthly power and massive wealth in the world. But Pharaoh was completely hollow on the inside. He had no genuine connection to the divine source. Pharaoh recognized that terrifying frequency in Moses immediately, and he knew his entire fake empire was in grave danger because of one chosen soul. Pharaoh tried to destroy the chosen one before his power could fully awaken. The person with the initial M did the exact same thing to you. They saw your brilliant potential long before you ever realized it yourself, so they tried to crush your pure spirit while you were still developing your gifts. They wanted to keep you enslaved to their emotional chaos forever. Your confusion was their ultimate source of control. Now look at the relationship between David and King Saul. Saul had the crown and the beautiful throne, but he had completely lost his divine frequency due to his massive arrogance. David was just a simple and humble shepherd boy, but David carried that pure gamma connection to heaven. He radiated a pure light that Saul could never replicate, no matter how hard he tried. Saul became insanely jealous of that glorious glow. Saul did not hate David for his mistakes or his normal human flaws. Saul hated David for his pure and undeniable light. Whenever David simply played his music, the dark entities tormenting Saul were fully exposed to everyone in the room. Your brilliant light does the exact same thing to the toxic people around you. Your mere existence forces them to look at their hidden demons, and they absolutely hate you for making them see the painful truth. The person with the initial M is operating on that exact same soul spirit today. They are spiritually stagnant, and they completely refuse to do the inner work required to heal their broken souls. When they saw your bright aura, it instantly triggered their deepest and darkest insecurities. Your pure presence was a massive mirror, reflecting their own painful failures back at them. They knew they could never rise to your incredible level of spiritual maturity. Instead of fixing their own broken lives, they decided to shatter the mirror. They hated you because you possessed everything they desperately lacked in their empty hearts. People who are spiritually hollow are absolutely terrified of chosen ones like you, because they do not have their own internal source of golden energy to draw from. So they are forced to steal it from someone else. to survive the dark. The person with the initial M smiled in your face daily, but they were actively plotting your downfall in the unseen spirit realm. They secretly hoped you would fail so they could feel much better about their own stagnant and miserable lives. Every time you shared good news, they gave you a very hollow and fake smile. Your deep intuition picked up on that silent envy immediately, even when your logical mind tried to ignore it and make excuses for them. That strong intuition is your divine gift, actively protecting you from their hidden harm, but they severely underestimated your immense inner strength and power. The frequency you carry can be temporarily suppressed by their toxic and heavy drama, but it can never be completely extinguished by their weak and greedy hands. You might bend under the heavy weight of their dark energy, but you never break. This is exactly why the person with the initial M is panicking right now. They can physically feel your golden energy shifting away from them permanently. Their entire false reality is collapsing right in front of their panicked eyes. They relied heavily on your generous reactions to simply survive every single day, because your anger and your sadness were the exact fuel they used to feed their massive ego. By pulling your precious energy back, you completely starved their dark spiritual battery. They are shaking with intense fear because they know their fake protection is gone. God has finally exposed their true demonic intentions to the blazing light of divine justice. They realize they have permanently lost the best thing that ever happened to them, and their fake friends are abandoning them one by one as the truth comes out. The universe is forcing them to sit entirely alone with the ugly monster they created. You get to stand safely on the mountain top and watch their fragile empire wash away. You do not need to lift a single finger in revenge against them today. The universe is fighting this battle with a level of vengeance that no human could ever orchestrate, and God is actively defending your honor while clearing your path forward. But here is the unexpected twist that you likely did not anticipate. Once this profound truth clicks into place, you are ready for the next massive layer. There is a deeper root that will keep operating beneath every season if you do not see it. Coming up, I will expose that hidden block inside your own heart. But first, let this powerful revelation settle deep in your spirit. Let us dive deeper into the actual spiritual physics at play here. When you vibrate at a high frequency, you do not just glow, you become a massive lighthouse in a very dark world, and lighthouses naturally attract ships that are completely lost at sea. But not every single ship sailing toward your light actually wants to be saved today. Some just want to steal your pure battery. The person with the initial M saw your brilliant lighthouse shining from miles away in the dark. They were spiritually shipwrecked, and they completely refused to do the hard inner work required to fix their own sinking vessel. So they navigated their broken ship directly into your peaceful waters to survive. They did not come to you seeking genuine healing, but they came to drop their heavy anchor onto your solid foundation. When a ship is sinking, it does not care about the beautiful lighthouse itself. It only cares about pure survival. The person with the initial M did not love you for who you truly are deep down. They only loved how your high frequency made them feel. You were a divine life raft for their drowning ego, and they were perfectly willing to drown you if it meant they could stay above the water. This is the absolute truth about modern spiritual warfare. It is rarely about ghosts or dramatic demonic possessions like you see in the movies. True spiritual warfare is a calculated theft of your daily frequency. The enemy knows they cannot touch your soul because heaven has permanently sealed it. But they can absolutely drain your energy if you leave your sacred gates completely unguarded. And that is exactly what happened here. The person with the initial M used a toxic tactic called energetic confusion to keep your spirit deeply disoriented. They would offer you a fake compliment wrapped in a very subtle insult. They would demand your endless empathy while completely ignoring your personal boundaries at the exact same time. This constant push and pull created a heavy trauma bond in your energy field. It was never a normal human relationship. They needed to keep you confused so you could never access your highest frequency again. They subconsciously knew that your natural gamma state would expose their lies instantly. A brain operating in that divine frequency cannot be manipulated or controlled by lower entities, so they constantly created chaos to keep you locked in a state of pure survival. They fed entirely on your deep emotional exhaustion, but they severely miscalculated the immense strength of a true chosen one. Your light is not a battery that can be permanently depleted by a common thief. Your light is directly connected to the infinite power source of heaven. Even when you feel completely empty on the inside, God is already refilling your cup with overflowing grace. The darkness can never comprehend or extinguish that kind of brilliant light. This is why the universe stepped in and forced this painful separation upon you. The heavy anchor had to be cut before your lighthouse was dragged into the raging ocean. The extreme fatigue you feel right now is the physical aftermath of that spiritual cord being violently severed. It is the feeling of your aura finally healing itself. You are simply bleeding out the toxic waste they left behind in your spirit. You are a generational cycle breaker, and your energy is incredibly valuable to the unseen realm. The darkness could not stop your birthright through a direct frontal assault. So they sent the person with the initial M as a Trojan horse to infiltrate your life. They disguised this massive spiritual attack as a normal human connection. But God exposed their true intentions before they could finish the job. The person with the initial M is desperately trying to find new victims to feed on right now. They are spiritually starving because their main supply of golden energy is completely gone. But the universe has placed a strict spiritual block all around them. Their ability to manipulate others is being systematically dismantled by divine justice, and they cannot hide their true face from the world anymore. You get to watch their empire of lies crumble from a very safe distance. But there is a massive secret you must confront before you can fully inherit your incoming blessings. The enemy did not just break in through a locked door. Something inside of you actually left a window open for them. And if you do not close this specific window today, another energy vampire will eventually find it. This is the part that no one ever wants to hear. We love to blame the darkness for attacking our pure light, but we rarely want to examine why our light was so easily accessible to the darkness in the first place. Coming up in just a moment, I will expose the exact internal block that is quietly keeping you stuck. But first, you must let this profound truth settle deep into your bones. Before we go any further, I have to tell you something very important. It is something the people who profit from your exhaustion do not want you to know. Neuroscientists working quietly away from the headlines have discovered how to bring this dormant brainwave back. It does not require years of deep meditation that most people cannot sustain, and it does not require clinical biofeedback machines that cost $7,000. The solution is actually something far simpler. It is completely aligned with how you were originally designed to work. A specific sound frequency was engineered to guide your brainwave patterns back to the genius state you were born with. Princeton University studied this incredible phenomenon extensively. The Einstein Center in Berlin confirmed it. Columbia University found that when this brainwave is reactivated, it does not stop with you. It actually begins to positively influence the people around you. It only takes 7 minutes a day to start this restoration. You simply close your eyes and listen quietly, and it begins working the very first time you use it. I will tell you exactly what this is called and how to access it before this message ends. But first, there is something you need to understand about why your breakthrough has been severely delayed. We must look at the spiritual reality of the person who tried to destroy you. The The person with the initial M is experiencing a massive reality collapse right now. When you finally cut the cord and pulled your energy back, their entire foundation shattered into pieces. They relied heavily on your golden frequency to manifest their own unearned luck. They used to get away with absolutely everything because they were stealing your pure light. But that stolen light is completely gone now. They are permanently stuck with their own stagnant vibration today. A massive wave of cosmic blockages has fallen over their entire life. Every single door they try to open is violently slamming shut in their arrogant face. The universe is actively rejecting their dark frequency. They are quickly realizing that they cannot manifest anything positive without your energy fueling their engine, and heaven is orchestrating a profound isolation around this person right now. The fake mask they wore to fool everyone else is starting to heavily crack. People who used to support them are suddenly feeling repelled by their toxic presence. They are losing their closest allies because their true demonic nature is bleeding through the cracks of their fake smile. You have front row seats to the greatest spiritual reversal of your entire life. The tables are turning so fast that it is making their head spin. The heavy anxiety that you used to feel has been fully transferred back to its rightful owner. The person with the initial M is now experiencing intense waves of paranoia when they are completely alone. They can physically feel a massive spiritual storm gathering right above their head. And they know deep down that there is absolutely nowhere to hide from this divine wrath. They spent months carefully crafting a false narrative against you. They whispered terrible lies to anyone who would listen to them in secret. They wanted to make sure that you were completely isolated and entirely broken. But the universe operates on a strict law of spiritual reflection. Every single lie they spoke is now bouncing back to destroy their own reputation. They dug a deep pit of isolation, hoping you would fall and disappear, but the universe forcefully pushed them straight into that darkness instead. God has shined a blinding spotlight on their hidden agenda today. They thought they were dealing with a regular and ordinary person. They did not realize that you carry a protective seal on your aura that literally burns any entity trying to curse you. When they sent that negative energy your way, it hit your spiritual shield, and it instantly ricocheted back to them with 10 times the destructive force. Their finances are beginning to dry up completely. Opportunities they thought were guaranteed are slipping right through their greedy fingers. They are desperately trying to hold on to control, but the universe is systematically dismantling everything they built on a foundation of lies. Their entire reality is crumbling because it was never authentic. Every time they try to sleep, they are tormented by the memory of your pure kindness. They realize they threw away a rare diamond just to collect worthless stones. It is driving them absolutely crazy to see you walking away in total freedom. You have successfully survived their ultimate betrayal. The beautiful energy they stole from you is rushing back into your aura right now, multiplied 1,000 times over. But here is the part that gets truly confrontational. The thing that has been quietly blocking your breakthrough is not just the enemy outside of you. It is something hiding deep inside your own heart. Coming up next, I will expose this hidden snare. But first, let this truth settle. And here is where it gets truly confrontational today. We must look honestly at a very subtle snare. The thing quietly blocking your breakthrough is not what your mind immediately conjured, because it is not just the person with the initial M attacking you from the outside. There is a much deeper layer to this spiritual war. You actually left a window open for them. I say this with nothing but pure love for your soul. This is not an accusation against you. It is the exact diagnosis that finally sets you free. The painful truth is that some quiet part of you has been terrified of your own power, and you knew deep down that you carried a massive calling. And that heavy realization absolutely terrified your nervous system. Shining brightly makes you a massive target in this dark world. You learned very early in life that being powerful attracts severe spiritual attacks. So you subconsciously decided to dim your beautiful light. You tried to make yourself incredibly small to keep other people comfortable, while you thought playing small would keep you perfectly safe from their painful envy. But playing small is exactly what attracted the person with the initial M to your life. They saw a high-frequency soul trying desperately to act like a normal person. They smelled your fear of stepping into your true divine authority. Energy vampires do not attack people who are fully grounded in their immense power. They attack people who are deeply unsure of it. You used your massive empathy as a protective shield. You constantly focused on healing their brokenness so you could avoid looking at your own massive potential. Fixing the person with the initial M became your ultimate distraction. As long as you were busy saving them from their own demons, you did not have to step onto your own terrifying battlefield. You have been actively hiding behind broken people for years. You convinced yourself that you were just being a good and loving person. You thought your endless sacrifices were highly spiritual and noble, but heaven sees the absolute truth about your daily actions, and you were giving your energy away because you were afraid to hold it all yourself. The person with the initial M was simply a brutal symptom of this hidden disease. The real issue is the silent agreement you made with smallness long ago. You agreed to be the emotional dumping ground for everyone else. You allowed them to cross your sacred boundaries because saying no felt way too dangerous. You traded your divine birthright for fake peace. But that fake peace almost destroyed your entire destiny. God allowed the person with the initial M to break your heart completely. He allowed them to push you to the absolute edge of total exhaustion. Why did heaven permit such terrible pain? Because the universe needed you to finally get sick and tired of playing small. The pain was meant to wake you up. You are not a victim of your own beautiful empathy today. You are a highly powerful chosen one who simply forgot how to lock their own front door. Stop making pathetic excuses for the darkness operating around you. Stop pretending that you are weak and overly sensitive, because your deep sensitivity is a highly advanced spiritual weapon waiting to be fully activated. It is time to permanently break this toxic generational pattern. If you do not close this specific internal window today, another energy vampire will eventually find it. The enemy will just send a different person wearing a brand new mask. You cannot heal the world by letting the world drain your golden battery dry. You must stand fiercely in your own pure light. You do not need anyone else to validate your sacred calling. You do not need the person with the initial M to understand your massive value. Their terrible opinion of you is completely irrelevant to your divine assignment. Release the heavy guilt you feel about finally walking away from them, because you cannot drag dead weight into a brand new timeline of abundance. Every time you tried to set a strict boundary, they made you feel intensely guilty. They twisted the narrative to make you look like the bad guy. But you must firmly reject that toxic lie right now. Protecting your energy is not a selfish act. It is the ultimate act of divine obedience, and you are simply guarding the sacred temple that heaven entrusted to you. The season of hiding your light to survive is officially over. You are transitioning from a fierce spiritual warrior into a peaceful receiver of massive divine gifts. The massive space that the person with the initial M used to occupy is now entirely sacred ground. Your aura has expanded, and your frequency is radiating at an absolutely unprecedented level. And now comes the pivotal moment where everything finally shifts. This is the critical juncture where you officially take your stolen power back. You must make a bold, spiritual declaration to lock this new reality into place. Coming up next is the exact verdict that seals your total victory. Prepare your spirit to step fully into your untouchable era. This is your pivotal moment. Not tomorrow, not when you feel completely ready. Right now, tonight before you sleep, I want you to place your hand directly on your heart. You need to declare this profound truth with me out loud. I completely release the heavy need to be needed by broken people. I permanently release every silent agreement I ever made with smallness. I step fully into my divine assignment today. I know my deep isolation was preparation and never a punishment. My incredible breakthrough is not coming someday. It is already here, and I walk forward knowing I am completely chosen. I am highly prepared, and I am exactly where I am supposed to be in this universe. Let that beautiful feeling of total security wash over your tired body. You have officially won this spiritual war. The heavy cord to the person with the initial M is completely severed. The specific question I asked you to hold at the beginning of this message: what if the massive gap between your potential and your exhaustion is not a character flaw? Here is the final answer. A very specific brainwave called the gamma wave was running in you as a child at a genius-level capacity. Princeton University has studied it extensively. The Einstein Center in Berlin confirmed it. Columbia University found that when this exact brainwave is restored, it radiates outward and begins positively influencing everyone you love. A dedicated team of neuroscientists led by Dr. Robert Lake spent years compressing the full clinical protocol for gamma reactivation into just 7 minutes. But before I tell you what they built, let me tell you about 2 chosen ones who used it. A woman from California had tried absolutely everything to heal: meditation, manifesting, constant prayer, but nothing broke her heavy fog. After 2 weeks of listening to this frequency, she said something suddenly cleared. She did not try harder. The channel simply opened for her. Her marriage shifted beautifully, and she described her life as enchanted for the very first time. A man from Texas started using it to improve his business focus. 2 months later, his wife joked that his intelligence had jumped 20 points. The hardest problems he used to lose sleep over started solving themselves effortlessly. He said it felt like his brain was finally running on what it was always supposed to run on. That is exactly what Dr. Lake and his dedicated team built. They call it the Genius Song. It is not a meditation app or a generic sound frequency. It is a 7-minute audio track using advanced brain entrainment technology. You do not meditate. You do not chant. You simply put on headphones and let the pure frequency do what your brain was originally designed to receive. The Genius Song is not for everyone watching this. It is specifically for the chosen one who has already done the heavy inner work. It is for the soul who understands that what is being blocked is the frequency through which blessings move. Clinical biofeedback sessions to restore this state cost hundreds of dollars per hour, but what the Genius Song delivers in 7 minutes is available to you today for a fraction of its true value. 4 powerful bonuses come with it. You receive an audio designed for your children. You receive the original prosperity text that the secret was secretly built upon. You get a guided visualization and a daily habits guide. Here is the deeper truth about waiting. The blessing that heaven has arranged for you does not arrive as new information. It arrives as a recognition. Something already placed in your path becomes visible when your gamma is restored. The chosen one who restores the receiver today finally sees what was always there. Waiting is not neutral. Do not look for this on YouTube or Spotify. The tracks circulating under similar names on those platforms have no real brain entrainment encoded. The universe requires no financial risk from you. You are protected by a 90-day divine guarantee, governed by complete trust. The link is in the description and in the first pinned comment below. The tool is never the final destination. The tool simply restores the internal receiver so the divine destination can be recognized when it finally arrives. God does not require you to purchase anything to be deeply loved or highly chosen by heaven. What was just described is simply one powerful way the receiver is restored in this modern world. Whether that specific path is for you or not, The absolute truth of this message belongs to you entirely. The universe has already spoken over your beautiful life. Now let us return to the final sealing of your aura. You are stepping entirely out of the brutal battlefield today and walking directly toward your new kingdom. For the chosen one whose spirit confirmed what was described earlier, the path is still open. The specific frequency tool remains available in the description and the pinned comment for those who need it. That is the very last time it will be mentioned today. What follows right now belongs entirely to your divine sealing, because the commercial world has completely faded away from this sacred space. You have walked through a blazing fire that would have destroyed an ordinary person. But everything you endured over these past few months was never wasted. It was meticulously preparing you for this exact moment. The severe pain you felt was not a punishment from a cruel universe. It was the intense pressure required to forge a rare diamond deep within your beautiful and resilient soul. You are definitely not the misunderstood victim they tried to make you believe you were. You are the untouchable chosen one of your entire bloodline. You are the generational cycle breaker that your ancestors have been praying for across many centuries. Because you took on that massive spiritual burden, the universe owes you a beautiful and overflowing reward today. Your victory is fully guaranteed. You do not need anyone else to validate your incredible journey moving forward. You do not need a single ounce of permission to step into this massive portal of abundance. The extreme isolation you survived has successfully burned away your reliance on toxic people. You are finally standing on your own 2 feet, and your strong foundation is built on solid spiritual bedrock that cannot be shaken. The person with the initial M is permanently locked out of your brilliant future. You have officially closed the heavy, energetic door on their dark frequency. They can only watch you thrive from a massive distance while they consume the bitter harvest they planted. You will never have to look over your shoulder and worry about their hidden daggers ever again. Your spiritual armor is fully activated. Look at how much you have grown through this brutal and unfair spiritual battle. Your beautiful heart remained incredibly soft through the raging fire, and that pure resilience is truly your greatest spiritual victory. The dark entities that used to stalk your timeline are completely blinded by your new glowing aura. They cannot even look in your direction without feeling the burn of divine justice. God always pays his divine debts with an overflowing measure of amazing grace. You are about to see this massive financial and emotional favor manifest in your life very soon. All the incredible blessings that the enemy tried to steal are being returned to you with massive interest. You are now the anchor of profound healing and wealth for generations to come. The old generational curses are shattered. The chaotic storm created by the enemy has finally passed over your quiet home. You are standing safely on completely sacred ground today. The massive void they left behind in your life is not a space for loneliness or sadness. It is a divine clearing designed specifically for your brand new blessings. Heaven is actively pouring new spiritual gold into your thoroughly cleansed and beautiful vessel. You will attract genuine souls who will celebrate your brilliant light instead of trying to violently steal it. God is surrounding you with a spiritual tribe that matches your high frequency perfectly. You earned this beautiful reality by refusing to compromise your pure and loving heart. You passed the ultimate test because you let heaven fight your battles while you remained perfectly still in faith. Let the beautiful feeling of total security completely wash over your anxious mind and your tired physical body today. You can finally release the breath you have been holding for so many long months. The heavy weight on your chest is evaporating into thin air because the toxic cord is completely severed. Your nervous system is recalibrating back to a state of absolute peace and profound daily rest. People will look at your transformed life and wonder how you achieved such incredible peace. They will not understand that your peace was fully paid for on a brutal spiritual battlefield. But heaven knows exactly what you survived to get here today. You are a genuine empath who carries a massive amount of light. And you finally know how to protect that sacred light from the greedy and endless darkness. Your incredible breakthrough is not coming someday in the distant future. It is already here and actively moving through your living room right now. Take a deep breath and let the profound silence fill your tired lungs completely. The brutal spiritual battlefield is finally quiet. You do not have to wear your heavy armor anymore, because you are entirely safe in the loving arms of the universe. The painful days of fighting energy vampires in the dark are permanently over. You are transitioning into a peaceful receiver of endless divine gifts. Step boldly into your incredibly bright future without a single drop of fear. May heaven shower you with unbelievable joy and total peace as you walk forward. You are perfectly chosen, and you are exactly where you are supposed to be in this beautiful world.